yeah, so I underestimated how much paint I needed for this job here. So I have to go out to Lowe's and pick up some more Sherwin-Williams paint. Buy the 5 gallon bucket this time. I had a feeling that I wasn't gonna have enough paint, but I highly underestimated how much I actually needed. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and we'll continue this video right after I get back. Okay, so I installed the new tip in here. It's the 313 Graco tip, and it should spray a lot slower. And the spray pattern should only be 6 inches versus the 10 inches before, so we're going to see a lot less overspray. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to spray the trim, and then spray some of the walls in here, and make it look really nice. So let's get right to it. You can already tell the spray pattern's a lot better. We're going to be wasting a lot less paint. I'm not a professional. This is the first time I've ever done this, so hold off your comments if you are a professional. This is my first time learning, so let's get to it. Okay, so I'm done with the hallway. Let's go to the bathroom. Guys, so I finished my first coat, and I wanted to show you some of the things that didn't turn out quite right. Now, you can see the door bright white, but the trim is still a little bit dark. It's gonna need a second coat. Same goes for all the doors. The heater there, it just needs a second coat. It looks like some of the stain had actually dripped off when they were staining the windows, and it got on the heater. And then as the paint was drying, that stain was coming through and actually ruining the paint a little bit. So we're gonna do a light second coat on there. The windows, same thing. Fireplace, the mantle turned out great. I'm not even gonna do a second coat on there. This door in particular, that one goes to the bathroom closet, which covers the water heater, and that had some stain on it. It started bleeding. I noticed that as I was painting it, or as I was painting other doors, this was starting to like bleed out. So I had to take a sponge and actually sponge off some of the spots that were just dripping. It's dry now, and it looks like it might be fine for just a second coat, and hopefully that takes care of that. Another thing, just a quick lessons learned. I should have started from the back and moved forward. That was probably obvious to a lot of you guys, but maybe I just got caught up in the excitement of starting this project. But when I do the second coat, I'm going to start from the back, move forward. This hose, it moves all around. It's pretty stiff. So as I was working my way back, the hose was hitting the trim, and it was causing all sorts of marks on the trim, and it was just a nightmare to have to go back to kind of like sponge it off and repaint it. So we're not going to make that mistake again. The trim around the closets came out pretty good, better than the trim around the windows and the doors. And then this closet also turned out pretty well. This came out pretty good. The hallway, generally speaking, came out pretty well. The trim is pretty white. So if anything, I might just skip the hallway to save some paint and maybe do a couple spots here and there where it needs it. This bedroom turned out pretty well. Again, the trim, it's not your computer screen. The trim in here, it's a little dark, needs a second coat. Same with the door. Door is gonna need a second coat. You can probably see some of the dark coming through. That's part of the closet door right there, and the other closet door also gonna need a second coat. I'm only gonna do a second coat on the outside part because I wanna save paint. Coming in here, guys, same deal. Rinse and repeat from the first bedroom that I was just talking about. So I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna get this started, and yeah, let's get it all painted.